What is Spore? Spore is not a game. It's a lifestyle. It's an idea. It's evolution itself, my dear Watson. This is the closest most gamers will ever get to touching grass. It's the circle of life. 6. And you create and evolve your own beautiful creature.
Tennis ball throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my king.
Fucking so stupid. And Spore follows the 5 stages of evolution. Firstly, the cell stage. Okay, the game's given me a cell that looks like a sentient tampon. Second, the creature stage. Why did I make this thing? Also, in this stage of the game, they teach you to loot the dead because you can sometimes find very useful things to help you evolve. Probably also catch a good few diseases from a dead body. What can you get from a dead body? You can get AIDS from a dead body if the blood from that body gets into your blood. Or their cum. Third, the tribal stage.
What have I got? Blood for the blood god! Blood for the blood god! Blood for the blood god!
4, civilization. And then there's the 5th one that is just not, I'm not arsed because it's just meh. Space.
Me in underwear.
Now I plan to sort of summarize this game, but I think the best way to do that is to just play it and show it to you. So let's begin. This story of evolution began with a rock flying in the direction of a much bigger rock, and once the small rock hit the big rock, it created many little rocks that then flew across the planet and landed in the oceans. And that's how babies are made. This is Spermlet. Now Spermlets are carnivores. And the reason for this is the spermlets themselves are made up of quite a lot of protein, and they require that protein to sustain themselves. The spermlets are also very fast swimmers, and it's because of this that they've survived, and in fact thrive in this primordial soup that is the ocean.
Good soup.
But just because they thrive doesn't mean they're dominant. Yet. As occasionally they do get eaten. No, you're blocking me. You're blocking me. You're dooming me, you stupid little fucking squiddy bastard. But as the spermlets evolve, isn't he gorgeous? They continue to still get eaten. Being passed around like the village bike. I'm just a little sperm making his way in this big dark world, running into little rocks and shit. Get eaten. What? Bullshit. But the cycle of life continues and the spermlets continue to grow and evolve and become more intelligent. Yeah, come back, bitch. You ain't getting away. I'll eat your ass. I'll eat your ass, boy.
What kind of place is this?
But they're hurting me. I'm very upset at this. While the spermlets did continue to be hunted by other cells, they did continue to evolve and grow and began to hunt those that once hunted them. Yeah, that's what you get, bitch. Don't eat the spermlets. But no matter how big the spermlets got, well,
there's always a bigger fish.
Shit, fuck! The spermlets were now in a cycle of continuous birth, consumption, and death. You bitch. Birth, consumption, and death. And consumption. Yeah, get that. And mating, and birth, and consumption, and more consumption. Consume, grow, kill, eat, maim, destroy all my children. Consume in the name of the spermlet. Okay, well. Oh, fuck me. And as the spermlets grew and evolved, they soon set forth on swimming to the egg, better known as the land. Looks so stupid.
Patrick, air is not good!
And with that, we have reached the creature stage, where the spermlets can now evolve into their next step. Diglett. The creature stage is the stage where the newly named Diglets can become the dominant species on the planet. But to do that, they need to kill and destroy! And with that, the Diglets began to kill and maim their way across the planet. No creature was safe, and after every victory they would consume the flesh of the fallen. And nothing would stop them. Except things stronger than the Diglett. Problems are temporary. War crimes are eternal. Another thing that is eternal is saves. Saving is something I didn't do with this game, and as all good things must come to an end, every game of Spore needs to have at least a couple crashes. Fuck. 40 minutes and another crash later, we were finally making progress. And we've evolved again into Mega Diglett. This is what I've created. It is a piece of shit. Okay, we're now a dig foursome. They really do move in herds. The Diglets continued to kill and consume until it finally they evolved. They gained knowledge. We have evolved from the mighty Spermlets to the Diglett, and now we shall stay free from humans' balls. And with that, I had to take and design a new Diglett that could take the place of humanity. Ah yes, a stick. Truly a weapon to surpass wooden gear. That sounded better in my head. And with that, we moved on to the tribal stage.
Well, let me have a rule and a saw and a board and I'll cut it.
To do anything in the tribal stage, you need food. And since the Diglets are carnivores, that means we need meat.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
And there was one way to get it.
Until it is done.
And while we were massacring the native wildlife, another tribe established itself. They were apes. We could not allow them to evolve into humans, or else Diglets would end up in balls yet again. This could not happen. We began to increase our numbers and prepare for war, but more and more tribes began to form. More tribes that would have to be extinguished. That's a Psyduck if I've ever seen one. But soon we were ready and the apes would be our first target. Yes, go my children. Slaughter the innocent. To a Pokemon, this is like going back in time and killing baby Hitler. This is the humans before they put us in balls. So if we kill them now, then we'll be free. And that they did. The Diglets slaughtered them all.
And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too.
And after kindly warming up their house, the Diglets gained their totem. To get to the civilization stage, when I heard that audio back while I was editing this, all I could hear was syphilisization. Which I found very funny, and for some reason I was laughing at that for like 10 minutes. It's completely unimportant, but I thought I'd just mention it, because syphilisization. Fuck it. The Diglets would have to gain a totem from every other tribe. And we could do that peacefully, or the correct way. The Diglets didn't have to make the decision themselves, as soon their neighbours attacked them completely unprovoked. Aye, genocide it is.
So you have chosen death.
Run, bitch! Run!
But they weren't much of a problem. And with that, the Diglets began conquering their way around the continent, and wiped out every tribe that lived on the Diglets' rightful territory. First fell the purples, adding their totem to the pole, and then the horrific greens and their totem fell as well, followed by the yellows, and then the blues. And now, since they were the dominant species on the planet, the Diglets ascended to the civilization stage. And after the Diglets had finished holding a TED talk about nukes, they went and designed their city. And just to get all of this stuff out of the way, in the civilization stage there's a lot of new buildings designs for things. Buildings, tanks, boats, and planes, because that can fly, definitely. So yeah, just get that out of the way. I did that. The Diglets now had their city established, and for now it stood as the only one on the entire planet. For the first part of the creature stage, the Diglets went around and occupied as many spice geysers as they could.
He who controls the spice controls the universe.
This spice would be their currency. It's some good shit. And after many of the spice geysers were occupied, another Diglett city had established itself. Now this was a new age, and these were fellow Diglets, so it would only make sense that they would welcome each other with open arms. But no, you fool. You poor simple child. Peace is not the Diglett way. Violence was inevitable. And with that, the Diglets went to war, crushing this new city. But more and more of these pitiful copies of our own city began to prop themselves up around the world. And so they too must fall. First the Reds, then the Purples. They fell one by one until there was only one left, and they themselves surrendered. And with that, the Diglets had united the planet and set off to space. And now for the bit that I consider quite boring, the space age. And it's pretty shit. Apart from making a space caterpillar as my ship, I didn't really do much. I got bored rather quickly, and then that was the end of that. Now I love this game, but it has some problems. For one, obviously the graphics aren't the best thing ever, but graphics are more so an extra when it comes to games in my opinion. It's not what makes a game great, so that's not really a big deal. But one thing that does annoy me a slight bit is how often it seems to crash for me. Okay, we're making progress. Oh, you rat bastard. I don't know if everyone has the same experience, this is just my experience with the game. I mean, even just recording the gameplay I did for this video, the game crashed at least 5 times. 2 of those times were during the creature stage, in which I had to restart the entire stage because I'm an idiot and I didn't save, which that was my own fault for not saving. But there's no autosave of any kind, which is annoying if you don't remember to save and then it crashes and you lose all your progress. Which, that tends to happen when you don't save. It's fine. And while I enjoy the first bit of the game, I do find that the civilization stage is a bit boring. It's still fun, I still like the civilization stage, but the space stage is what I really find boring. It just drags on and it gets very repetitive and I just don't enjoy it. Now other people might love it, I don't personally. It is what it is. This is an opinion, it's not fact. Opinions aren't fact. But also this game is a bit awkward to record. Epilepsy warning before I show this. There's going to be a lot of flashing images on the screen quite soon. So, you know, just don't watch this if you... So yeah, just don't watch this if you have epilepsy or something like that. But the recording did this. And it did it continuously every like 30 seconds or so. It would just be like a 2 to 10 second seizure in the recording. And the game itself didn't do this, so I don't really blame the game for it. But I tried multiple different ways of recording it, and each time it did this, I don't know why, and it confuses the fuck out of me. Now, I like this game. It's not my favorite game in the world, and it is a bit unstable, but if you look at the state of modern gaming, most games put out by large companies are unstable. And the game does give you the option to be fairly creative. If you put in the effort and have a pretty good imagination, you could probably make some amazing things, unlike the shit that I make, such as Spermlets and Diglett, a weird mutated version of Diglett. But I'm getting off track. It is a good game and I would recommend it. So that's my sort of opinion on this. I probably should have structured this a bit better, but fuck it, doesn't matter. But yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. This game is obsessed with sex.